What's going on, y'all? I'm out here trying to do some turkey hunting this morning. This is my first day going out for the season, and as I was walking in, I heard 2 shots across the creek. So that's probably not a good sign. I mean, it is what it is. I'ma keep slipping in here. I've seen a bunch of signs like along these roads coming in here. Seen a lot of turkey poop and dusting sites. So I haven't heard a gobble just yet. Like, I don't like to call or anything before I at least hear a gobble and know something's around. So I'm gonna just slip in a little bit more. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of the sign on this road. And when I get to, it's a pasture over here. When I get to the pasture, I'm gonna take my binoculars to look in there, see if we see anything. And if not, I might call lightly and just see if we get any answers. It's kind of cool today. It's supposed to rain shortly, and it's real windy, so that might be why they're not as fired up this morning. Some ducks just flew over. But let me show y'all this sign real quick. It's turkey poop. Right here, this is a dusting site. The turkeys will roll around in that, put dust and dirt all over their feathers. So, come along a little bit more. It's another dusting site. And it's a feather in it. So, this is a good spot. Out of all the spots that I have on my family's land, this is the only spot that typically has birds on it. And they aren't always here. A lot of times they're here during deer season. And when turkey season comes in, they disappear. I know how that goes. I think they have a calendar and they know when turkey season starts. So let's slip on around here, see if we see or hear anything. Hey y'all, I got to tell y'all about persistence. You hear me? Persistence, that's the story of the day. Y'all see it's raining right now. Those turkeys were out here gobbling, and I heard somebody on the other side of the creek start calling. So I was getting sort of nervous. I said, man, I better try to make a play. I started crawling closer to the fence right here, because I don't think you guys could see it, but using the wing bone, I called a tom right here to the fence, but I was still kind of far back. I didn't want to risk the shot. So I kept waiting. I let him drift off, and I crawled a little closer, and I got to, it's a spot over here with some bushes, and I was kind of covered up by those bushes. Start calling a little bit more. I could see a tom out here in the field. So I'm like dead set on that tom. I'm looking at him, trying to get him to come to me. I'm watching him. All of a sudden, a longbeard pops up on the other side of these trees right here. I couldn't see him. He was working in to me. So, I mean, that tom was literally, he might have been 10 yards, if that. So he saw me before I saw him. So, you know, I was like, man, the hunt is probably over. And I abandoned the camera. I'm pretty sure y'all probably saw me crawl away from the camera. I completely abandoned it. I was trying to figure what was going on. But after that tom saw me, I figured it was a wrap. And then all the turkeys drifted away. There's a tom out here right now. I'm trying to tell y'all what all was going on. There's another tom coming this way right now. Let me get him on video right quick. Dang, y'all probably can't see him. The camera ain't gonna focus. See if I can get it to focus, y'all. It's a long beard right out there. I'm trying to tell y'all my story. This turkey out here got me sidetracked. I want to show him to y'all. It's a nice time out there. I don't know why it won't focus. Anyway. Can't focus in on the time. That's crazy. But like I was telling y'all, one of the toms, I think it was 3 of them out here, but one of the toms worked his way in while I was focused on the big one out there in the field gobbling. One worked his way right up here next to me at like 10 yards. So while I'm watching them, this one pops up and he sees me. So he took off, and I just sat here for a long time. I was like, man, maybe I can wait him out and I'll see what happens. So I moved around trying to see what would be a better spot to set up for tomorrow. And I don't know, something told me to just wait. So I sat here. Somebody started calling on the other side of the creek again, and it got the toms back fired up. So that person kept calling and the toms kept responding. So on my side, I started scratching leaves and I started calling a little bit as well. So this went on for probably like 20-30 minutes. And I could see the tom was just out here strutting, just walking around strutting. So I kept waiting to try to see what was gonna happen, and it started raining. So once it started raining, I didn't hear the other guy call anymore. So he probably packed up. But I could see the turkeys out here in the field in front of me. So I said, I'll just wait, see if I can't call them in. And I mean, you guys know I'm not that good of a caller, but I hit this wing bone a couple more times. 2 jakes that came out the woods over here. So I had to sit still and just wait and wait and wait. They eventually drifted off. I could still see the tom out there the whole time. So eventually another tom came out from over here, and he was kind of close, but not close enough for a shot. So I kept waiting, and I was watching the tom out there. He was like in the middle of the field. Called a couple more times, he gobbled right at me. And I was like, maybe I can get him to come over here. So I'm waiting. Call again, he gobbles right at me. Then I can tell he's starting to come this way. So I waited, and it's a bunch of thick stuff right here. I'll show you guys. But he was right on the other side of these bushes, this thick stuff right here. I hit the wing bone one more time really low and scratched the leaves. He gobbled right at me, and then I could see the 2 times were coming this way. So they kind of came into this stuff right here. I'm not sure exactly what kind of plant it is or what kind of bush it is, but they came into those, but I never had that good of a shot. So I waited and waited, and once they started walking out of the stuff right here, I took a shot. I could tell I hit him, but he wasn't like down for the count. So I took one more shot, and he laid there. I hopped over the fence, and then he stood up. So I had to shoot one more time as he was trying to get away. But I don't think he would have got far, because I know I hit him the first 2 times. But can't believe this, y'all. First day out turkey hunting for 2023, and we got one. And I want y'all to see, I kind of just sat at this tree in the wide open, and I don't know, I kind of wasn't expecting it to work out. So I just sat down at this tree because, you know, I thought it was over. And then all those birds came back, and I was able to call one to me. Let's go over here and I'll show y'all what we got going on. Grab my shell. Oh, I can't believe this, y'all. All the trapping I've been doing. This is why I've been doing it, for anybody that's been wondering. This trapping helps out the wild turkey population on your land. If you have wild turkeys, trapping is a great, great tool. But I shot him through the fence. And we ain't gonna be able to get the world's best pictures because of how wet he is. Here he is, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. I haven't got a turkey on our land since 2020. And I'm almost for certain this was the big time that was gobbling all morning. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. On my family's own land, man. Y'all know that's like big to me. And I got him with the Winchester 20 gauge. First bird with a 20 gauge. I believe that's a SXP pump, I believe, the long beard edition. My camera does not want to focus today. There we go. Yeah, y'all. First bird with a 20. First bird on my family's land since 2020. It's probably about a 10-inch beard. Caught him with the wing bone. Something about their wing bone, they like it. I know this probably ain't gonna be the world's best video. I wasn't expecting to get on the bird today. I walked in here, they were fired up. I mean, it took quite some time. It took quite some time for me to get this one. I had to wait for them to separate from the hens. And I had 2 birds in front of me pretty close before I ended up making the shot on this one. I don't know where I was set up over there in the woods. Once I seen him come like into this stuff, I was like, all right, he's close enough. Can finally get a shot off. Man, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Last season was such a struggle. This right here is what it's all about. This is what I've been doing all the trapping for, all the hard work, burning, getting our land together. It's for days like this, chasing after these long beards. I don't know, it's nothing like it to me, man. I'd rather hunt the turkeys than deer. A lot of people give me flack behind that, but if you've never been out here chasing after them in the spring, calling to them and them gobbling, there's nothing like it. Man, I got some pictures of this one on the trail camera too. I'm gonna make sure I put that in this video so y'all can see it. All right, y'all, here's my bird. First one of the 2023 season. And I got him on our land. I mean, literally, like I said before, this is why I've been doing all the trapping, all the prescribed fires, putting in food plots, clearing lanes on the land, is to try to help out these wild turkeys. And a lot of people don't understand that, man. I catch a lot of flack with my trapping stuff. Spend a whole lot of Karens putting all kind of negative comments on my trapping stuff. Like if y'all watching this video right now, go look at the short that I put up of a bobcat that I trapped at the same location to help out with the turkeys. But go look at that short and look at the comments. It's mind blowing. So many negative comments, people talking crazy. But I do the trapping for these wild turkeys. The bigger predators, well, the medium-sized predators like coyotes and bobcats, they'll typically try to catch and eat these turkeys. The raccoons, possums, foxes, smaller predators, they'll usually find the nest and eat the eggs. So if you just let that cycle keep going for years and years, you'll end up with less turkeys, possibly no turkeys. We have another property that I had turkeys on when I was much younger. I mean, I might have been like 12, 13, and we had a ton of turkeys. But over the years, they all kind of vanished, and now on that property, there are no turkeys, period. So that's kind of what got me into the trapping thing. But anyway, today is not about trapping. Today is about the wild turkey. And I'm pretty sure this was the main time. I've got trail cam pictures where this, I'm pretty sure it's the same bird because of how these feathers are right here. I got several pictures of him, and he was missing these feathers right here. So I'm pretty sure it's the same bird. I'll throw some of those pictures in here. But I love it. Going after these turkeys, it's nothing like it, man. I mean, he doesn't look too pretty right now because it's raining. It would be nice if it was sunny out here today so you guys could see like the iridescence on all of these feathers. But this is a hell of a start to the season. I would have never thought I was gonna come out here and get one on the first morning. That's never happened. And first one with the 20 gauge, my new Winchester. I bought that gun last year, whole last season. I hunted public and private. Never even got a bird to get close to me. And today I called in 2 jakes and I think 3 longbeards. So, I mean, I'm not the world's best caller at all, but I do like this wing bone. This wing bone call, it's a call that not a lot of people use. And this is like one of the main things that I use now. It's really easy to use, but it's been working out for me. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about, bruh. Man, if you never hunted turkeys, I don't even know how to explain it to you. I love it. A lot of people kind of give me flack when I compare it to deer hunting, or saying that I like the turkeys more than deer, but you have to get out here and just hear them gobble. I don't know how to explain it. It's amazing. There's nothing like it. I sure do love it, y'all. Can't beat it. Got him with the old Winchester 20 gauge. First bird with the 20. And the red dot. It's a nice bird. I'm almost for certain it looks like a 10-inch beard to me. It's got a little crook at the end of it. And he's got some pretty good spurs. I love this, y'all. I don't even know how to describe this in words. I gotta get somebody else out here, man. Somebody gotta experience this. Figured I'd eat a little snack right quick before I get out of here. We already rained on. But this pasture right here, one of my relatives owns it. And another one of my relatives owns the woods right here. So I usually come in from this side, and sometimes the birds will be on this side over here, but more often than not, they're in this pasture. So that's what I end up doing a lot of times. I'll sit in the woods and try to call them over to the fence. It usually doesn't work. But today, I don't know, somebody was on our side, because this thing played out exactly how I wanted it to. Well, not at first. I almost gave up. I definitely thought about leaving a couple times. Especially when that bird came right to the fence and saw me. But he didn't putt. when he left. So kind of figured that was a good sign. He didn't alert the other birds that I was out here. This is what the spring is all about, y'all. Chasing after these magical birds. And that feeling that I had when that bird saw me, I was disgusted. I felt sick. Then somebody around the other side of the creek started calling. So I was like, man, what if I just messed this up? And then somebody on the other side gets the bird that I was after. I was sick. Something told me to stay. Because usually when things like that happen, stuff that like defeats you, if you stay out here and keep pushing, a lot of times that's when you get lucky. And then it feels that much better. I think I was shooting those double X shells. I don't have any more of those. So when we get home, well, I ain't gonna be able to do it today. I think it's gonna rain most of the day tomorrow. But I have some long bill XR shells, but I'm gonna need to make sure that they sighted in with that red dot. Cause I'm out of the shells that I was using. I only had 3 left. We sent all 3 in this bad boy. Like I said, with the first shot, I knew I hit him. The second shot, he went down, but he still looked like he was trying to get his bearings back. So once he stood up, I had to take another shot. And that one got him for sure. I sure hate it raining on this pretty bird, man. It's looking like we're gonna be eating turkey breast this weekend. Let me get out of here, y'all.